So, what do you do when you command legions and your wealth is pretty much limitless? When every political enemy and would-be assassin just falls apart before you? What happens when your biggest foe isn't a person at all, but a cosmic being of misfortune who's decided the only way left to make you miserable is by, get this, helping you?
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are diving headfirst into the absolute roller coaster that is Volume 6 of I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire. Lord Liam Sierra Banfield's journey to become the galaxy's ultimate villain is about to hit some of its wildest and most high-stakes challenges yet. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
All right, so with the second Prince Linus completely crushed, you'd think Liam would finally get a second to, just breathe. But nope, you'd be wrong. The Imperial Succession War has just shifted gears into a whole new, much more clever phase. What's so interesting here is the total contrast. On one side, you've got Liam just living his best evil lord life. He's training his apprentice, showing off his insane wealth, and building up his power base. But on the other side, a much, much bigger player has entered the game. Prince Calvin, the first in line to the throne, is watching everything from the shadows. And unlike his hot-headed brother, Calvin is cold. He's calculating, and he sees Liam as a serious threat that has to be taken apart piece by piece.
Calvin's strategy is honestly kind of brilliant in how nasty it is. He's not going to fight Liam head-on. No way. Instead, his plan is to turn Liam's greatest strengths into his biggest weaknesses. He's going to manipulate a huge interstellar war to drain Liam's military resources. At the very same time, he's sending spies into Liam's territory to stir up a rebellion. And for the grand finale, he launches a full-on media campaign to attack the one thing that's core to Liam's identity, his reputation as a master swordsman. It's a three-front war, and it's all being waged from the shadows.
So the first move on Calvin's chessboard is the United Kingdom of Oxys. Now these guys are furious because the deal they had with the now-dead Prince Linus totally blew up in their faces, and they are out for blood. Calvin sees this as a golden opportunity. He doesn't just let them attack, he subtly pushes them, aiming their entire war machine right at Liam's territory. The goal here is to lock Liam into a long, brutal conflict and make him look weak no matter if he wins or loses. It's a classic trap.
Okay, so the trap is set. The scene now shifts to the interstellar battlefield. Calvin's huge plan to drain Liam's resources is officially underway.
But here's the thing about trying to outsmart Liam's crew. They're just better at this game. Liam's knight, Tia, comes up with this masterful counterplan. She knows Calvin has spies and traitors planted in their fleet, so what does she do? She figures out who they are, leaks totally bogus intel to the enemy, and then masterfully tricks the United Kingdom's fleet into attacking, well, Calvin's own traitors. They basically trick the enemy into cleaning house for them before they sweep in and crush everybody. It is just ruthless and unbelievably effective.
And you better believe Liam's knights are more than ready for this. Guys like Chengzi don't just fight, they absolutely love the destruction. This quote, it just perfectly captures that terrifying excitement of Liam's forces. These aren't just soldiers, they're predators who love the hunt, and Prince Calvin has just served them up a 5-course meal.
The result is pure, unfiltered chaos for the enemy and a massive win for House Banfield. Count Pershing, this double agent who thought he was playing everyone, ends up totally confused, destroying his own allies in the process. He's left completely broken, a perfect symbol of just how badly Calvin's military plan backfired. The war didn't weaken Liam at all. It just proved how brilliant his people really are.
So the military front was a complete disaster for Calvin. But what about the other parts of his plan? Let's turn our attention back to the home front, where things are supposedly getting pretty hot for Liam.
Calvin's agents have definitely been busy. They've successfully kicked off what looks like huge, territory-wide protests. It's framed as a democracy movement that questions Liam's right to rule. At the same time, they've started a PR war against Liam's sword style, the way of the Flash, trying to paint it as a fake to ruin his personal honor. From the outside, it looks like a perfect strategy.
And this, oh man, this is where the story takes one of its most hilarious turns. At a big public inquiry, Calvin presents these protests as the final nail in Liam's coffin, ready to humiliate him in front of the entire empire. But when they play the footage, it's revealed the protests aren't a democracy movement at all. The entire population is just out in the streets, very loudly demanding that their beloved Lord Liam hurry up and give them an heir. Calvin is just left standing there completely mortified. His grand political move just collapsed into a total farce. So,
What is the actual reason for all this absurdity? It's the guide. This cosmic being of bad luck finally realized that trying to curse Liam directly just makes him stronger. So he's flipped his strategy. He is now actively trying to help Liam. He's the one who flooded Liam's territory with people to help the economy, which accidentally sparked this massive pro-air rally. This means Liam is genuinely angry and stressed out by all this unwanted help, which, ironically, is the exact negative emotion the guide feeds on. The guide's help is the true source of all of Liam's suffering.
With all of his political and military plans in absolute shambles, Calvin moves to his last resort, a direct attack on Liam's personal fighting ability. So then, out of nowhere, two incredibly skilled swordswomen, Fuka and Riho, show up. They publicly declare that they are the true successors to the Way of the Flash and that Liam is a total fraud. It's a direct challenge to his honor as a swordsman, and they're there to kill him and claim his title. The big twist? They were also trained by Liam's very own master, Yashushi. And how does Liam react to two master-level assassins from his own school showing up to kill him? With pure, unadulterated, evil lord confidence. He faces them down, and even with all their skill, he just completely overpowers them both. This line right here, it just sums up his absolute dominance. The fight is a real show, but the winner was never in doubt for a second.
And in true Liam fashion, he turns yet another crisis into a huge win. After he beats them, he finds a letter from his master explaining they were sent to him to finish their training. So what's he do? He basically adopts them. This is such a classic Liam move, right? We see it again and again. He takes someone sent to kill him and turns them into another powerful, loyal follower for House Banfield.
So, let's bring all these different threads together. Every single one of Calvin's complicated plans has not only failed, it has backfired in the most spectacular way possible, making Liam even stronger. And this all leads to the final, desperate act, not from the prince, but from Liam's real enemy.
The collapse of Calvin's plan was just total. I mean, a last-ditch assassination attempt with an entire warship? Liam sliced it out of the sky. The big political scheme with the protests exposed as a rally for an heir, making Calvin a total laughingstock. The results of this entire war is that Liam's military is proven to be elite. His political power is stronger than ever, and his personal legend has become almost mythical. It is a complete and total checkmate.
This is the final picture of Volume 6. Triumphant, surrounded by powerful new followers and his old loyal crew, Lord Liam has weathered every single storm. Every trap, every plot, every attack has just served as another stepping stone, pushing him to even greater heights of power and influence. He's not just winning, he is literally thriving on the chaos everyone throws at him.
But there is one being who is not celebrating. The guide, after watching every single one of his helpful plans backfire and make Liam even more powerful, finally just snaps. All his clever roundabout schemes have failed. Driven to the edge of madness by Liam's never-ending success, he makes one final desperate promise. He's done with being clever. He's done with manipulation. He's done playing games.
And that leaves us with this one final, chilling question as we look forward to Volume 7. The political games are over. The Shadow Wars are done. What happens when a cosmic entity of pure misfortune gives up on strategy and decides he's going to end you with his own two hands? That's where we leave off, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what happens next.
Plot capsule.